Today our travels take us to Tucson, Arizona, deep in the heart of the Sonoran Desert. Question is, did we strike arcade gold or come home empty-handed? Find out right now on Arcade Pickers.
I'm Retro Ralph.
And I'm Corey Masal.
And we're the Arcade Pickers. Corey, I'm beat.
Me too, man. Busy day, but a lot of cool stuff.
Arcade Pickers, oh!
Okay, you're probably wondering, how did they get here? Corey and I are both on the ground. I'm screaming. It's crazy. We're both super exhausted, but here's why. Let's take a step back in time.
Dude, I am starving and we've been driving for 3 hours. Are we close to this place?
Dude, relax. It's gonna be totally worth it.
When are we gonna eat?
When we're done.
Holy sh**. This
Wow.
is crazy.
This is incredible. Wow. Man, David, this is a lot of stuff. Just so we know for reference, like, how much stuff were we looking at here? Like, when did you start collecting this stuff?
So I started, gosh, here in Tucson would have been right about 2000. So 20 years ago, 21 years ago. Before that, I actually picked up an Arkanoid game in Texas when I was in the Army there. That's what started everything. Going to the arcade started everything.
Yeah,
As a kid.
and it was just hobby, and the hobby is now this
Still a
room.
hobby. Still a hobby.
Is this
Still a
what?
hobby.
See, so I can use this when I show my wife, and I can go, look, see, it's fine. It's a hobby, and I can have how many machines do you think are in here?
Right now, 300 plus.
Oh my gosh, this is
300
unbelievable. Like
plus.
I just want to run through here and scream. I'm so excited. I'm like literally
Wow.
I want to go look. Like I want to look right now. I think we need like a tour or something.
Can you show us around? All right, let's do it.
All right, guys, we just got here and I'm super excited. David's collection is it's so vast. There's games from the 80s, there's games from the 90s. There's literally anything, no matter what you like, shooters, fighters, side-scrolling beat-em-ups, there's pretty much everything here. So I'm like over the moon and I can't wait to get started. All right, so David, this is, first of all, incredible. I know you said it's a hobby, but this is a lot. So how does it go from like one machine, like you said, to this many? Because this is a lot. I don't know how you gotta have some story as to how this happened.
There's an addiction.
Okay, but is it a healthy?
Say.
Hey, it's a healthy addiction though, right? I mean, there's worse things that someone could be addicted to, right?
That's
I mean,
true.
Arcades are all right.
That's true. At one point, I had 60 cabinets on my back patio.
Okay, so you did the
And
house thing
I did
too,
the
because
house
I've done the
thing.
house thing. I'm at the house right now with
Yes.
minimal storage.
Yes.
So did you have storage units and then storage units became this warehouse?
No, I moved from backyard to a friend of mine owned the land
Okay.
and a shed, for lack of a better term, and I was able to put it in there.
Oh, so you just went from there to just big time. Like I'm going from there
Kind
to
of.
warehouse.
Got lucky.
That's
I
out
got
of
lucky.
control. That's out of control, man. I mean, you have everything here. I'm looking at Terminator 2, Strider, Commando, Mortal Kombat 2, Area 51. Like these are all such iconic games. I know, and you got the Mortal Kombat sign.
Those are signed by the characters.
I almost like this is. You know, I get really emotional around this stuff because to me these things mean something. They're like parts of history. So is that part of it for you? I mean,
That's
part of it's
exactly
like,
what
yeah.
it is for me. I love this. You know, going to the arcade as a kid, I loved that. Being able to have these and plug them in and play them as an adult now, it's a dream come true.
Yeah. I gotta ask you though, so it seems like as you dive deeper into the hobby, there are people that will sometimes take original cabinets. You know, they'll take things like this Tempest, for instance, and they'll hack it up and make it something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are your feelings on that? Because I personally have some issues with that.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I don't like it either. I don't like it. If it's not already been converted to something else, why ruin a good original cabinet?
you look for the original stuff.
If you see the my row of Pac-Man.
That's what I was just looking at. I'm looking right here. I'm like, wait a minute. I think you like keeping things original.
So my row of Pac-Man is to keep them original, so that they don't become multi-games.
This is awesome. So you're a big Pac-Man fan, then, I'm guessing.
I kind of like Pac-Man.
I'm guessing, right? This is awesome. This is so cool. And you have everything. You've got Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. Is there a Junior Pac-Man back there somewhere? No? Maybe?
Right.
Junior Pac-Man right here. This is so cool. All right, well, I think I just need to look around a little bit more because I'm overwhelmed. I don't know.
You're welcome to look at whatever you'd like.
Awesome.
All right, David, so this is another whole aisle of stuff that we have here. I mean, show me what you got, man. What do we got going on over here?
So we've got one thing that I really do love, 720. Always love this game. Actually, somebody converted this to a Primal Rage. I'm in the process of making it back into a 720. Have the boards, have the rest of it. Need to put a monitor in there.
Skate or die, right?
Skate or die.
Yeah.
You got it. One of my all-time favorites, Rastan.
Okay.
We've got some multi-games. I'm going to turn it back into a Kangaroo. A few other things, a Bubble Bobble that used to be a Crystal Castles.
Okay.
An Empty Centipede. This was an Arabian, which was a very hard game to find. Sinistar, always a great one. Nintendo Red Tent with a Street Fighter in it.
This is
something you've never seen.
Too.
Like, how cool is that, dude? You love Street Fighter.
If I could drop that out of a helicopter, I would.
That's messed up, man. That's messed up. All
Dude,
right.
I'm not a Street Fighter guy, man.
Well, what do you want? What game are you looking for?
You know, I saw a couple in here that I was looking at, but I think I saw House of the Dead over here.
All right, well, get out of here. I want to geek out more, so go buy some stuff,
I'm
okay?
gonna
Go make some deals happen.
It's not like I can't find something to do in here. So when we first got here, I could tell Ralph was a little bit too excited. I was like, Ralph, it's time to put your picker hat on and take your collector hat off.
Dude, they have a narc here. A narc. A working narc.
I gotta go. There's a narc.
1988, the famous game designer Eugene Jarvis, the creator of Robotron and Defender, created Narc, a game that sparked a lot of controversy. The basic premise: arrest drug dealers, pimps, junkies, or kill them with a rocket launcher. Totally crazy at the time, but tame by today's standards.
I'm noticing like more than just arcades in here. Like you've got cool like decoration stuff all over the place. What's up with the Kool-Aid Man? Yo, where'd you get the Kool-Aid Man?
So I picked up the Kool-Aid Man from a General Mills rep here in town.
Really?
She won that because she made a display, and it was on offer up. So I bought it from her. I've had Kool-Aid Man in here probably 6 or 7 years now.
What would it cost for you to break up with Kool-Aid Man?
Kool-Aid Man would be probably about $200.
I'm gonna step away from Kool-Aid Man for the moment, but we might revisit that in just a minute. This is probably one of my all-time favorite games right here.
It's a good game.
Yeah, what can you tell me about this?
It's a little funny. It's almost like your Superman or your Captain Marvel, because there's a blue section, a red section.
Shazam!
Shazam, you got it. I know you know about the comics, and they made a blue and a red Superman. Even before that, they put him into an arcade game. It's got side-scrolling action on there where you're flying, you're actually shooting meteorites and things. It's a good one.
Does this one fire up and play?
This one does fire up.
It does.
David,
Sammy.
there's an altered beast here?
That's not an altered beast.
Wait, in Moo Mesa?
That is a Moo Mesa.
What do you mean it's not an altered beast? It looks like altered beast.
So this cabinet, going back to what we talked about when they convert things.
Okay.
Back in the 90-ish, probably late 90s, when Tapper wasn't making any money for the operators anymore, they would come out with a conversion kit, which was altered beast.
I didn't see the side. What?
Budweiser Tapper.
Shut up.
And they would convert it to a new game. So what I found about this game that I did not know, before I found the Tapper artwork, there was a sticker on it. We pulled the sticker off. This was a Timber.
No way.
This was a,
and I love Timber. Timber's a fun game.
Yes, this was a Timber that somewhere along, actually it was Tapper, and then they decided, hey, we've got enough Tappers out there, let's make this Timber. So they put a sticker over it with
Wait,
Timber.
It was a Tapper, then a Timber?
Tapper, then a Timber, and now an altered beast.
What the hell? That's so cool, man. I mean, that's kind of got some cool history, right?
It's got a lot of history.
Is this a for sale item too?
This would be tough.
All right, I hear you. I understand that. I've never seen a Gorf cabaret. Like, what the hell? Like, this is a thing?
This is a thing.
What does something like this go
Works
for?
well. This one right here, probably about 900.
Okay. All right, but did they make a lot of these? Because I've never seen it in this form factor.
I haven't seen many of them.
Gorf was released in North America in 1981 and became one of the first titles to use synthesized speech powered by the Votrex speech chip. The one we found is a cabaret version of the full-size cabinet. Cabaret cabinets are much more rare and are highly sought after, but if you want this one, it's gonna cost you.
I picked up a Friction at a place I was at. I guess it used to be a Time Crisis. You know that big red and blue beast with the pedestal?
I do.
I'm thinking of turning that back into a Time Crisis, and I noticed you had this marquee over here.
Yes.
Where'd you get that thing from?
From a Time Crisis 3.
From a Time Crisis 3.
I had both sides to it, ended up with a second marquee for it.
And you got it hanging up there because it's pretty. My thing is, I don't know that it would fit right into where that one goes because I think it's more of like the skinny one. I'd probably have to get the plexi cut like probably almost in half, I think, like almost to where I could get like the Time Crisis and like the bottom of the 3 cut off below it and then maybe put it in there. Is that something that's for sale there or do you like it up there?
I'm thinking about $60.
60 bucks? I'll take it.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
You're
I got a
welcome.
perfect spot for it. There's something else I want to ask you about back
Yeah.
here. So back here, I noticed that well, there's a couple House of the Deads in here, right?
There are.
Does this one work?
This one will start to power on, then I think it gets stuck somewhere while it's booting. And I'm not sure if the power supply is not giving it enough power or if there's some kind of corruption on the board.
So it's got the game board in it, it's just not booting up for some reason.
It does. It's actually a hard drive in there.
All right, so I like these ones because, as you know, if you can't get it to work, it still has the holsters, and I'm the mod guy, so I can put a flat screen in there, find a good home for the CRT and a cabinet that deserves it, and then I can put a Wii on there and probably get somebody shooting House of the Dead 1, 2, and 3, along with a ton of other shooter games.
That sounds fun.
The big question, what's this thing worth to you?
Oh gosh, having the other one, I could probably do about 300 on this.
300? You're gonna put me in the mortuary with this one. How about 200 bucks?
Well, we did go easy on the marquee. Yeah, I think I could do that.
200 bucks?
I could do 200.
Popping on that one. Thanks, brother.
I've always wanted an Astro City, and these candy cabs, they don't come up a lot. This one's in rough shape, though. I mean, this one's seen better days.
It has, but it's a candy cab.
Oh, okay. No, all right. Fair point. But okay, so what would you do with this? What would you do on this one?
It's complete. Completely non-working, but it's complete.
All right.
I'd be at 600, I think, on this.
David, I got to do a lot to this. Like, this is I mean, it's not a mess, but it's a lot of work. So, I mean, would you do 3?
Ooh, now I know there's a lot of work that needs to be done. It is a solid cabinet. There's not a lot of damage to it. Really, my bottom line, you know, we've talked about a few other things as well. You do 400?
I really want a candy cab. All right, I'll do 4. Let's do it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Right on. You're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
This is a gauntlet with WrestleFest.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes, it's like I said before, I'm not a fan of tearing something up to make it something else. I picked this up as you see it. It works pretty well, a little darker in the corner here, but it's a good wrestling game.
Yeah, it's
very fun. It's the
an
classic
interesting-
wrestling.
I know, it's one of those games that like still comes up to this day, and then I think it's even more popular now because WWF is now WWE, so it's like there's nostalgia for WWF, and then a bunch of us that are around our age watch wrestling, and these are like the people we watch, so it's kind of cool.
That's right.
Is this one for sale?
This one is for sale.
Okay, interesting. Well, we might have to, we'll kind of like mark this one off as a maybe, but let's see what else you got.
Sounds good.
All right, so I found all the marquees down here, David. So you got quite a few. Like, are these just all like when you have marquees that aren't in a cabinet, you just pile them up down here?
At one point I had them displayed. I had them up and you could kind of see them. Just haven't had time to really do anything. I like to have them up and be able to see them. It makes me happy.
These are really cool. I mean, you've got a bunch of really good ones here. I mean, there's a Marvel versus Capcom. I feel like just because it's an original, people would want something like that hanging up. Let's test the waters a little bit here to see where you at on something like this.
$10.
$10?
Take it. Nice.
All right, I'll take that one. Let me see what else you got down here. Crime City, Virtua Tennis, Total Carnage, Battle Zone. Oh, there's a bad dudes right there. How bad of a dude are you on this one?
25.
25 on that one. All right, I'm gonna set that one aside. I might be a player on that one too.
Unfortunately, I just got rid of a Captain America and the Avengers last week.
Ooh, I kind of like that one. Looks pretty good. Is that an original?
Nice translate.
How much is that? How much are you willing to dunk on me for? With
We
NBA
can do
Jam?
10 on that just like we did on the other.
I'll take it. All right, let's see what else we got down here. Hold on a minute, McLean. Is that a glass Die Hard right there? It's coming off a little bit.
Translate behind glass.
It's still on there pretty good.
We go 10 on that one as well.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'll take it.
All right, so I bought the House of the Dead. You let that go pretty cheap. We got limited trailer space. Is there anything else in that kind of that price?
Well, hold on a second. So we have limited trailer space because you're buying all these big games, so this means I can only buy small games, or what's the...
I mean, you have a candy cab.
I know, but I feel like...
Do we have a 6x12? We can get him in there.
Okay, all right.
I'm just asking him on behalf of...
Oh, you're looking out for me. Okay, I get it.
Well, we did look at that WrestleFest earlier. Took a look at that one. I would probably be in the range of $300 on that.
Corey, seriously, dude? No! I want the WrestleFest. What was that look?
Go get the WrestleFest.
Jerk. Jerk. David and I need to discuss WrestleFest then. All right, so we're back at the WrestleFest, and this goes against everything we talked about earlier. I asked you literally earlier about cabinets with other games inside them, so this is a gauntlet with WrestleFest, like we said before. And you kind of threw out the 300 number. I feel like that's a really fair number. I think I'd like to buy this one if you'll let it go for 300, like you said.
I'll do 300.
All right, cool. Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man.
You're welcome.
All right, so Ralph's gonna like that WrestleFest.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. That was a great deal. So we were talking about some of the cheap cabinets. I think the one that I really liked, just because I was a 90s kid with the PlayStation, I really liked the Tekken 2. And you said the board's in this? So if I fire it up and probably throw an LCD in there, it should work with the converter. The rest of the artwork all looks good, the marquee and everything. Where were you at on this one?
I think I had said 150.
150? How do you feel about 100?
How about I have a Tekken tag board that I can throw in there along with the Tekken 2 and we stay at 150. So I'm gonna give you 2 PCB boards with this cabinet.
I'll take it.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. We're gonna find a good home for this.
Right on.
Okay, so I don't want to leave. I took Corey's keys. He doesn't know.
Have you seen my keys?
No?
Okay. I know I left them somewhere here.
Man, it was really great to have Corey and Ralph come out and take a look at everything today. Some real good guys. Always fun to connect with like-minded people in the arcade world. I think we made some pretty good deals today. I think they got some good deals. I think I did pretty well for myself.
Corey, I'm beat.
Me too, man. Busy, busy day, but a lot of cool stuff.
Arcade pickers, oh! You're so stupid. I think this was a super successful pick, man. David's a cool dude. This place is amazing. My mind is blown. You did good, man. You did good.
Me too, man. Awesome pick, but I tell you what, I'm starving. Let's go get some food.
All right.
Hey, so it looks like you found your keys.
Shut up, Ralph.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Arcade Pickers. If you'd like to inquire about the show or have us pick at your place, please email us at arcadepickers@gmail.com. Arcade Pickers is property of Retro Ralph LLC and Superhero Rental of Arizona LLC.